One final home game for Bowling Green women's soccer, and all comes down to this. The Falcons welcome in the Akron Zips here on a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Cochrane Stadium. Good afternoon. Welcome inside the broadcast. Lucas Clymer, Henry Costco alongside with you. Well, one final home game for the Falcons this season, and yet they find themselves in an interesting position, only being 2 points above the team in the last spot in the MAC tournament.
Yeah, Bowling Green sitting in the sixth place spot right now. Only 6 teams make it to Columbus for the MAC tournament next weekend. They're 2 points above Eastern Michigan, and they're going to have to win out if they want to make it comfortable. A win and a tie would draw them with Eastern Michigan when they will lose the tiebreaker. So they need to win here today against Akron and Amherst against UMass on Wednesday.
It's crazy that they're even in this position in the first place, but it also is a testament to how well the MAC is this season. But they also got a couple players returning to the starting 11. Captain Taylor Green back in the lineup, and also for Emma Stransky. She's been a Superman for Bowling Green this past couple years. She's also been Akron's kryptonite. Yeah,
first for Green. Returned to the lineup against Ball State. Came off the bench in that game and then played the full 90 minutes on the road against Buffalo on Thursday. So she's back and fully healthy, and they're really going to be glad to have her back. And then on the other side, Emma Stransky, 7 goals on the season, second most in the MAC. So she's that leading offensive power that's really taken them far, and they're going to be looking to her for that goal today.
Indeed they will. One last home game before the MAC tournament starts in Columbus. It's the Falcons taking on the Zips, and it's coming up next here on WBGU PBS. Back at the broadcast booth here at Cochrane Stadium, Bowling Green and Akron getting introduced as they head out into the center circle. Lucas Clymer, Henry Costco back alongside with you, and we talked about a little bit of the start, Henry. All the home games Bowling Green had to start this year, it all comes down to this, and if they get 3 points here, this sets them up in a good position for the MAC tournament.
Yeah, it's likely they might need to win out in order to kind of secure that 6th spot with Eastern Michigan really breathing down their neck, and they'll be playing NIU today. That's a game we'll update you on regularly, but senior day here for these Bowling Green Falcons. 2 seniors honored. Emily Holler, 45 career games played for her and 4 career goals in 3 years played for her. And then Ellie Poole, of course, 3 seasons with the Falcons. Missed last year due to injury, but 8 goals on 9 assists in her career. And I talked to Coach Chris Fox about what those seniors meant to this program, as well as the defense and how good they've been all year. Right, Coach. Senior day for 2 players today, Emily Holler and Ellie Poole. Just kind of talk about their impact and what it means to have them honored today.
Yeah, 2 players we're definitely going to miss, both as part of our leadership group, so have been incredibly helpful for me and my time here at BG and kind of understanding the landscape, the team, and yeah, and obviously on the field, tough missing Ellie all of last season. I think she's a very impactful player, brings a lot on the field, a lot of quality from a soccer standpoint, a lot of tenacity and work rate, kind of leads by example in that regard. Emily Holler, one of the sweetest human beings you're ever going to meet in your life. She's well loved, well respected by all of her teammates, gives everything for the team, and is just an ever reliable player, and has been really, really impactful for us this season. And yeah, we're going to be sad to see them both go.
Yeah, and this defense, they've seen a lot of success, second in the conference in goals allowed. Just how has that kind of came about, and how has this defense been so successful?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things as a coach, sometimes it's it does appear that way, but I think, for us, possession is part of our defensive structure, right? When you're able to possess the ball for 65, 70% of the game, and you talk about transitional moments as well, that means you're only defending for, 10, 15% of the time. And so, although we've been very, very good from a defensive standpoint and putting blocks in and things like that, I think we limit our opponent's chances by our ability to keep the ball, our ability to counter press when we lose it, to win it back quickly, which I think neutralizes a lot of chances. And so yeah, just incredibly proud of what we've been able to achieve this year. I think we've been better than the previous season, and looking forward to continue.
Well, thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hardworking public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
Back here at Cochrane Stadium, we have starting 11s for both these teams as we just got done with player introductions, and both teams are ready to take the field. First, for the Bowling Green Falcons, Henry Peyton O'Malley, Emmy Butera, Isabella Mazzaferro, Audrey Oliver, Quinn O'Neill getting another big start for her, Gabby Lamparty, Mina Sam, Taylor Green, Haley Wolf, Jana Searles, and Miss Tracy rounds out yet another starting 11 for the Fox, and another familiar starting 11.
Yeah, we saw the absence of Ellie Poole and Ella Kane on Thursday against Buffalo, and we're seeing that again in the starting lineup. Quinn O'Neill kind of took on a heavy role in that game on Thursday, career high 75 minutes in that one, but I think we might kind of expect that in this one as well.
Indeed, now for the visitors, Akron Zips. They're led by interim head coach Maggie Kuhn, who took over this year. This is her fourth year on the staff, obviously the first serving in her interim role. The starting lineup for them is Luis Fragnoli, Caitlin Goddard, Emma King, Kaylin Beaker, Jordan Oberhaus, Riley Chestnut, Caitlin Rogowski, Addison Hall, Ali McMillan, Rachel Wenzel, and Sarah Bauer will get the start in net for the Zips. It's also a team that has split a couple goalies this year.
Yeah, a couple of players to watch for them. Big 4-3-0 victory a couple games ago against Central Michigan. That's their lone MAC victory. Jordan Oberhaus, the junior defender, scored twice in that match. She's out of Wadsworth, Ohio, and she's had a pretty good season for herself, tied for the most points on the team with Addison Hall, who's the true freshman out of Manchester, Connecticut. She's really burst on the scene this year, had a goal of her own against Simeo as well as one against OU. So a couple of players to watch there on the attacking side for Akron.
So Bowling Green comes into this one with 8 wins, had 7 draws on the year, just only 2 losses on the season, only 1 in MAC play, and they find themselves on the last spot in the MAC tournament so far. Meanwhile, for the Zips, there are 4 wins, 9 losses, and 3 draws. 1-7-2 in the MAC, and as you mentioned there, Henry, their only win they've gotten in MAC play was that 4-3 win over Central.
Yeah, Akron, it's kind of a team that Bowling Green has really played very well against in past years. They haven't allowed a goal against them, period, in quite a few years. So this is a game that they're going to be, it's necessary for them to win in order to make the tournament, and we're going to see how fast they come out on the offensive attack early on.
Mina Sam will get this one started from the center circle. Bowling Green in their all orange. Akron will be in their navy from head to toe. Quite the color combination here for the second to last game of the MAC regular season. There's one more next week as Bowling Green will start from left to right and get this one underway as Butera heads this one down the sideline. So that's Mazzaferro getting a big start for her. She getting a start for a team that is without Ella Kane once more, and also without Ellie Poo, who's also being honored. That was one of the 2 seniors today.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. One thing this team did very well on Thursday against Buffalo is they came out very fast in the first half. That was something that's kind of plagued them early on, is giving up goals in the first half and having to play from behind in the second. And we saw them not have to do that against Buffalo, and they got they earned a point there at that tough environment, UB Stadium, cold and windy night there.
It's a place that could potentially host the MAC tournament. It's going to be them or Western. At this point, you have to imagine that's going to finish first. And that's a team, and obviously now with the seeding this year in the MAC tournament, Columbus, don't think anyone's going to want to play those top two teams. But also Chris Fox said last week when they lost the ball, said that no one's going to want to play them when it comes tournament time.
Yeah, I mean, the top of the MAC, just so many quality teams, even going down towards, Bowling Green, even Eastern and UMass, who are currently out of the tournament, are quality programs. And I think that just speaks to just the quality of the conference overall this year. Western is top 40 in RPI right now. Buffalo right on their tail. So any matchup in the tournament is going to be a tough one.
Lamparty with some pressure. That's Emma King providing it, the captain for Akron, and one of the most decorated players dating all the way back to our high school days.
Yeah, Emma King, 66 goals her senior year. I mean, that's averaging almost more than a hat trick per game, which is pretty insane.
Pretty good math there.
And I believe it was 186 career goals for her in high school.
Here's Mazza Farah looking towards the middle for their star attacker, Emma Stransky. That one just rolls through and into the hands of Cincinnati native Sarah Bauer.
Emma Stransky going to be that player that they're going to look for that offensive production. Of course, 7 goals on the season, most on the team, and she's really had a breakout season, breaking all of her career records that she set, and she's done very well against Akron in past years, goals in back-to-back games in 2024 and 2023.
This ball's going to break here for Jordan Oberhaus on the left wing. Has Searles to beat. Searles sliding challenge. Got a piece of the ball. Still with it, Oberhaus. Going to lay us off a low-driven cross in the box. It's not cleared convincingly from Utera. They get out to Mazzaferro. Again, just giving right back here. It's McMillan. And a nice sliding challenge there from Oliver.
Bowling does a good job clearing that one away. And we're interesting to see Akron, how much of an attack they can really get going here against this Bowling Green defense. That's been one of the best in the conference. Haven't scored in the past 3 games, back-to-back-to-back 3-0 losses for Akron against Ball State, Eastern, and Western. So not a friendly schedule for sure in the past few games.
It's not, and this is also an Akron team that's trying to avoid finishing last in the MAC for the 3rd straight year. And I think Central Michigan's got them beat, still looking for just that first win onto the year. But the team that didn't win a MAC game all last year, and they got one this year. But you back to 23, they only got 1 win. So it's only 2 MAC wins in 3 seasons for a team that's trying to turn things around. It's a great ball for Quinn O'Neill. The offside flag will go up as she runs into Sarah Bauer.
Sarah Bauer had to come out and get that one. Akron has been kind of splitting goalkeeper reps throughout these past few games. Sarah Bauer has been the main goalkeeper, 12 games played, 10 started on 2,700 minutes, 1.85 goals allowed for her average, and then a .716 save percentage on the year for her.
Ariana Vankos is the other one that's been playing for the Zips. And I think when you're at this point in the season, you're still an interim head coach and you still have so many questions surrounding you. Might as well just play some of the youngsters and see what you kind of have down your roster that's going to be here for the future possibly. It's quite the run here from Lamparty. Gets it out to O'Neill. Nice touch there from Chesna. Turnover right back to Mina Sam. Cross looking for Mazzaferro. Trying to keep this one in play. She can. Trying to get around her man. They can't. Turn over here to Akron. Hall trying to switch the pass. Cut off here from Wolf. O'Neill trying to thread that one to the top of the box to Stransky. This one back here from Searles. Lamparty. Cut off there from Emma King, and King will draw the foul.
Yeah, just a little too much contact there from that party, but I know you heard head coach Chris Fox talking a little bit about the defensive success that they've had this season. He mentioned, what I thought was interesting, he mentioned that their possession is really one of the main keys to how well their defense has played, and throughout the season, their ability to maintain control as O'Neill on the ball right now.
It definitely is something to talk about as we go on. They're such a heavy possession-based team. Here's Mina Sam, a low cross driven inside the box. It's cleared from the Zips. Couple nice 1-2 passes, and now here on a breakaway, here's Oberhaus. And great track back defending there from Jana Searles.
Yeah, that's textbook. He's got right around the edge and found that takeaway. Jana Searles has been so solid all year.
Been quite a story, an unbelievable story, going from having a bench role to not playing due to injury last year, and then you're a pen and starter in that right back spot. Different position,
Yeah.
and now a leader too as well.
Yeah, she was traditionally a midfielder when back when Jimmy Walker recruited her. Now playing right back, which is a totally different position, and she's done extremely well.
Butera gets caught underneath the ball. When Zell picks it up, out to King, thought about a shot. Butera there does well to close it down. Here's Stransky. That pass offline. It was intended for Butera. When Zell picks up again, and Stransky behind the back there, and we call for the foul.
Akron having some solid offensive pressure here, forcing a couple fouls from the Falcons saw Party earlier, and then Stransky. Now this is going to be a pretty dangerous free kick as well.
We talked about a little bit. Stransky's had a lot of success against Akron the past couple of years. You mentioned scored an incredible goal here a couple years back, and then last year had a big goal when they went to Akron.
Yep.
To get that win.
Yeah, Emma, of course, Akron native out of Copley, so maybe a little bit of hometown rivalry there for her.
Yeah. Been a star player for Bowling Green this year. This cross flat in the box from Fragnoli to the back post. Wolf was there, had to meet it. That's going to be a corner kick coming up for Akron.
Interesting set piece opportunity. That was a pretty solid free kick. I like the spot that they were going for there. And they earned the corner off of it. Looks like it's going to be Fragnoli who's going to take it.
Freshman from Medina, Ohio. Has played all 16 games, 17 games now. There's 16 stars, a true freshman.
Yeah.
Scored her first collegiate goal against Eastern Illinois all the way back in August, and she'll take this one from the far side. Left foot across, and a little slippage there before she could fully connect on the ball. It still works out for them. It's a deflected shot from the top of the box, and looks like it'll be another corner kick for the Zips.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe just lost footing a little bit. Just kind of the little bit of a slippery corner there. But, I mean, it worked out for him. Going to get the corner on the other side instead. And they almost had a look there in the box.
It's a crowded 6-yard box there you see in front of your screen with O'Malley.
This formation.
There's 2 Falcons and 2 Zips from the top of the 18. And ball inside the box, a header, and it's in! Akron strikes first. Riley Chestnut gets on the end of a set piece. And how about this here? The Zips take a 1-0 lead early here at Cochrane Stadium.
Yeah, what a corner. I mean, really found that a lot of space there right in front of the goal with that kind of formation where they were just lining in front of the goal. You'll get another look at it. And you see that one come in, and Chestnut just perfect amount of space and just finds the corner. That's really great execution by the Zips. They've got the momentum here early on. First goal.
We'll see if we can take a look at that one more time, but that was a fantastic ball in. But a textbook header nonetheless there from Chesna. As Bowling Green looking in response here momentarily, Stransky will take a left-footed curling shot, but into the hands of Bauer.
Yeah, we mentioned how vital this game is going to be for Bowling Green. So we'll get another look at this corner again. You see them just stacking right in front of the box, and then that must have been planned, just trying to find Chestnut right in front of the goal, and all she had to do was pop out a little bit. They just weren't able to cover it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's as good as it gets right there.
big shout out there to our PBS crew for those angles. That was a textbook header, now Bowling Green down early. Oliver looking to find Mazzaferro. Just couldn't get there. It's gonna be, and now for Bowling Green, this is, if I'm remembering correctly, the 3rd home game where you find yourselves down to start is Miami, Ball State, and now Akron.
Yeah, Bowling Green has been pretty good at playing from behind. That's how they've earned a lot of their draws, is earning second half goals and then holding on to the draw. But, I mean, mention how vital this game is for these Falcons in terms of their playoff hopes. They're going to really be pressed to get this lead back or get it in the first place.
Well, and we'll talk about it throughout the broadcast as well. A lot of it is projecting. You know, you look at Eastern Michigan, who's behind VG by a couple points. They play a winless Central, and then NIU, who hasn't been having a good season. So you might think, oh, you get 6 points there, but you never know. It could not happen. Central could get a win. And the same thing with here. I think a lot of people probably had Bowling Green favored against Akron, but now the Zips with a 1-0 lead. Turnover in midfield. Butera gets it back.
Eastern playing right now against Northern Illinois. They're down 1-0 early on in that game in Ypsilanti. So,
and then obviously again projecting, but you look at it and you say, you know, if you come away with a loss here, but Eastern also loses, then you're back in the same position you once were. But then you also have to factor in UMass, the team you finished out the season next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty crazy game because UMass still fighting for a playoff spot as well.
Here's Mina Sam with a lot of green space in front of her, trying to slip that one through to Strancy. Can't do so. It's out to Butera. Thought about a shot. Now she will, and that one just over the bar. And we've seen her. She has the ability to strike from distance, and she almost did so once again there.
Yeah, the Falcons set piece taker for a reason. You see the boot that she can use towards the goal. Had a Olympico last year and just consistently puts these shots on goal, and that one just a little bit high. A great strike from Butera.
And one of the strongest legs on the team, no doubt. As Bauer gets this one out to Goddard. You're throwing one here from the Zips.
It's an action-packed first 12 minutes or so of this match. A lot of energy.
Here's Oliver. O'Neal. Some physical confrontation there from the goal scorer Chestnut, but the freshman will earn a foul.
Yeah, O'Neal, recruited as a midfielder, but has played a lot of kind of forward-type positioning, and she's really played very well in the increased role that she's had throughout the season. So you're getting a lot of minutes from Coach Fox lately for good reason.
Set piece, touch there from Searles. Butera gives it back to Searles, trying to let that through to Mazzaferro, and a little too strong there.
Akron read that pretty well, covered Searles, and then Mazzaferro had a little bit of space, just ball went a little bit too far for the Niagara transfer.
So early sub coming in for Akron. Ali McMillan will check out Isha Sutharshan. Will come on in for the Zips.
Sutharshan, 16 games on the year, 14 starts, 1 assist against Central Michigan. Out of Knoxville, Tennessee, played for FC Alliance ECNL in her club days.
Been a big off the bench impact for Akron this season.
Yeah.
Lamparty will give it back to Green.
Green just recently came back from a short injury hiatus. Came off the bench against Ball State, full 90 against Buffalo.
And Mazzaferro just giving that one away. Oberhaus. Here's King. Doesn't have the angle on that pass. Nicely cut off there from Wolf. Here's O'Neal trying to get around her man with their speed. O'Neal wins it back again. Still with it, O'Neal. And trying to get to Stransky there. Just can get through, but that's quite the work there from the freshman to win back the ball. Not once, but twice.
Yeah, nice run with the few defenders on her. Managed to get that pretty far. Akron handles it. I've been impressed with the Zips early on, clearly not intimidated by Bowling Green and this road trip here to Cochrane Stadium with a lot of energy.
This ball bounces Butera. And Purdue just have to dish it out. Get a throw and taken here from Chesna, and it is worth knowing this is her 4th school in 4 years. Was that Marquette, UNI, and Long Island. First season with the Zips has played 14 games, now 15. Coming to this game and gets a big goal.
That was her first Division I goal since 2023 when she was with Northern Iowa. Good for her.
Goal kick coming up here from O'Malley. It's an Akron team. That was only their 15th goal they've scored this season. They're 9th in the conference in total goals scored, which has them kind of near the bottom third. But you look at goals conceded this year, they're 2nd in the conference with 27, which has been kind of a main part of where their results have gone. Not in their favor this year, just based off of goal differential.
Yeah, a lot of that has been recently 12 goals allowed in their past 4 games alone.
Here's Stransky trying to turn. So we're just about 15 minutes plus in this first half, and Akron hasn't really won a lead on the road. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you kind of takeaways are from this early part of the first half, not just because Akron does have a goal and have an early lead, but just the way Bowling Green's been playing.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit sloppy. They've had a couple of misplays, a couple of fouls, that one in the box that led to the free kick eventually led to that Akron goal. So just cleaning that sort of stuff up early on here. But Bowling Green has been on the offensive attack regularly, so it hasn't been completely one-sided.
Yeah, got a couple nice looks. Stransky Buter from long range, trying to get another equalizer. Be something they did against Miami. They got an equalizer from the penalty spot, but then you go back to Ball State in a game that was pretty much influenced by the rain and wet conditions from the night before and then the morning of, and a slippage in the back. And there's a difference between having a point and not having any. And in case for Ball State, 3 points for them.
Yeah, and that was the game that Bowling Green dominated possession like they wanted. They outshot Ball State 16-4 in that one. Just wasn't quite able to the ball across the line.
Here's Searles, has some pressure from behind. Yeah. Cuts it back. Sprays it out wide right to Mazzaferro. Mazzaferro will hook this cross in. Bauer's got to be alert and will handle that one nicely.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on Bauer today. She's going to have to make a lot of tough plays, and she's been looking good so far.
Here's a normal high line here for Bowling Green. Now Taylor Green's going to take her space and trying to find a through ball there, but again, just now on the same page there with the front three. And it is worth mentioning, in front three, you're without Kane Poole. Those are your two starting wingers pretty much down the stretch this year. I know Kane missed a big chunk of the season, but you're missing them this late in the year. It can hurt, but it's a good thing for Bowling Green. They've played 26 different players this year, and you're giving Mazzaferro a start who's been starting and also off the bench, and also Quinn O'Neill.
Yeah, both of those have really grown together. O'Neill was playing a lot with Lizzie Boltnick off the bench and kind of the middle of the season. Now she's progressed towards the starting lineup. A little bit of a different set for her, but they both played pretty well. And the depth has just been awesome for the Falcons all year. 26 of the 29 players on the roster have saw minutes. They're regularly putting out 20, 21 players, early, even into the middle of the season.
Wolf looking for Sam. Another slippage there in the midfield. We've seen it from both teams.
Yeah, we saw that slip on the corner, Leon from Akron as well. Something to watch for sure.
Be a throw in here from the goal scorer, Chestnut, right in front of the BG bench. Bowling Green trying to switch this one up to Stransky. Butera looking long. It's cut off there from Chestnut. Akron trying to switch the play. And instead, this might break from Mazzaferro, but tracking back to that one is Fragnoli. Fragnoli's got a lot of space to carry. Heavy touch. Gets it out to Oberhaus. Oberhaus one-on-one with Searles. Cuts inside. Gets it out. King will take a strike, and that one's going to almost hit the Cochrane Stadium scoreboard.
Yeah, almost. Emma King, senior Akron native, playing for her hometown university. She's had a pretty illustrious career with Akron, 56 games played, and this is her 50th game started of her career, over 3,600 minutes.
Party out wide of Wolf. A little bit of pressure being provided here from Akron. That's been a common theme for all the teams that have come into Cochrane Stadium this season. It's given away. And one back here from the Zips in the midfield. Just one touch passing here, cut off there from Green and over the back. The call for the foul. Well, we think Amy Butera might be the player that's been fouled the most for Bowling Green. I think Mina Sam might be right up there with her. We'll take another look.
Yeah, and see that one goes up in the air, so it's going to be a one-on-one situation. But, yeah, just over the back. That's common occurrence, both of them going for the ball. That's how it happens sometimes.
Mazzaferro. Out to Sam. There's Butera. Everybody up. All 10 field players for Bowling Green in Akron's half. That one just a little too much there for Wolf.
You can see Coach Fox trying to get them to ramp up the energy a little bit. It's one of those things where this team is having a bit of trouble connecting passes. Here's going to be a look possibly for Stransky. It's going to go out of play. They just have to get those passes connected together. They're having a little bit of trouble, you know, finding their man going from Green forward and building out of the back.
A throw from Wolf will just go out of play. And it is worth noting, too, they've had chances, Bowling Green, and a lot of it was right after Akron scored their goal. And a lot of it was kind of far out. They haven't really made anything inside the 18, which is very unusual for them.
Yeah, Akron's done a good job of limiting a lot of pressure. See a lot of pressing done from the Zips. Here's that one's going to go out of play. A lot of their offense has come in the counter press as well. It seems like they have a clear and concise plan of what they're going to try to do to counter this Bowling Green possession-based style.
Thank you.
Here's Wolf out to Sam. Wolf will put a right foot across inside the box, looking for Mazzaferro. Might fall for Stransky. It's going to break for O'Neal, try to put it back into the path of Mazzaferro and dealt with from Akron. Searles will keep possession. Green. Searles has a lot of pressure behind her. Turnover. Now here's Emma King leading the way here for the Zips. And nice piece of defending there from Taylor Green to put out that fire.
I mean, Akron really putting a lot of pressure on these Bowling Green defenders, not letting them get anything forward. They've really kind of gone towards that defensive approach.
So there's,
yeah, but also just kind of being able to get these offensive chances consistently. All it takes is a set piece or two. That's what we saw. Got them to that first goal.
Kylie Sheeman, senior, coming in here for the Zips.
Sheeman, senior of Geneva, Ohio, up there just northeast of Cleveland, transfer from Valparaiso. 13 games played this year, 1 goal.
It's like 4 blue shirts there around Butera and Oliver, who's trying to receive that ball from Lamparty, gets it back to Green. Wide to Searles, looking for the run there of Stransky. It's cut off. Stransky trying to win it back. She can. Be a throw in for the Zips. It was good hustle there for Stransky. Almost kept it in play on the line there, but just ran out of room.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting the sense this is going to be one of those cases where BG's going to have to wear down that Akron defense. You see all their pressing that they're doing, especially for those defenders. Sometimes that's not really sustainable throughout the entire 90, but you never know.
Got the Bowling Green win there playing a factor on that throw. So
Yeah.
it'll be a throw in for BG. Welcome to Northwest Ohio.
And we've had some beautiful weather for these home games here at Cochrane Stadium all year. Even last week against Ball State, it was supposed to rain pretty much the whole game and held off for majority of it.
Well, you know me, I love this type of weather. This is perfect soccer weather.
Yeah, soccer weather.
Here's Butera cross into the box, headed down out to Sam, and she couldn't strike that one on goal, but a good strike nonetheless.
Another good look for the Falcons in the box. That's kind of a tough look off the one touch. Tough to direct sometimes. Sam got it going the right way, just a little too much power. Sam been very impressive. Another one of those players that's kind of earned her minutes as the year has gone on. Of course, this team lost Alexis Sopralis earlier in the year due to injury, and Sam as well as Audrey Oliver have done a great job of filling that hole in the midfield. Sam has really progressed well throughout the season.
Mazzaferro stays with it for Stransky. The two try to connect. They can't link up. It's given back again here from Akron. Mazzaferro again. Oliver trying to do a one-touch pass. Just a little bit too quick for Mazzaferro to get around her man. Lamparty, nice strong header. Sam crashing in. Oliver wins it back. And tripped up there from the Akron substitute. We have a free kick here in a good position here for Bowling Green.
Yeah, this is going to be dangerous. They're going to be able to get pretty much everyone forward. Looks like they're going to put 8 in the box. See what kind of look they tried to go for last time they had a free kick. They like to go it short. So we'll get another look at that foul. Oliver, probably try to make a pass for Sam, and just a little bit too much contact once again.
Trying to fake him out a little bit on that free kick. Stroh was trying to touch, but Akron was getting off their line. It'll just be Tara hooking this one in, looking for Greenland Party there on the back post, and she couldn't direct that one on goal there. She got herself open.
Great ball by Butera. That was perfect lane that she found, and Party had wide open goal. It just found top of her head. Over, but another good chance for the Falcons. They've had some good pressure here past few minutes.
Olivia Heska has checked in for Akron. There's Michelle Hochstadt for Bowling Green. Coming in from Mina Sam. Mazzaferro will come out. And checking in is one of the seniors, Ellie Poole, who will return to the field for Bowling Green.
It's good to see Poole back in, especially on senior day for her. Mentioned Hochstadt into the game and kind of on and off in terms of the minutes that she's gotten this year, but assisted the game winner last Thursday against NIU.
Charles Oliver, Hochstadt, first couple of touches on the ball, looking to spray O'Neal, who's moved to this right wing. And go all the way back to Bauer. Addison Hall's got a lot of time on the ball, tracked down here from Oliver.
That's the true freshman. You see all the talent she provides.
Hochstadt does well to intercept that one. Out to Stransky, trying to get it back to Hochstadt. She does. Hochstadt cross, good tackle. Got a little bit of Hochstadt there. That's quite the response after losing the ball to come back there and win it back inside your own box.
That was Sutharshan, and pretty physical against this Bowling Green offense. It's worked out well.
Wenzel, cross, looking for King. It's a 2v1 with two of the best center backs in the MAC. They're Green and Lamparty, and Green just has to deal with it away. I think if you're Akron under 15 minutes left here before halftime, if you go in with a 1-0 score, I think you'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's Jordan Oberhaus, the throw-in. Wenzel. Back to Oberhaus. O'Neal does well to win it. Wenzel dives in, and a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Stransky. And the Bowling Green numbers there. So Wenzel draws a big foul and a really good spot, and another chance for Akron to capitalize on a set piece.
I'll get another look at it. There's a Wenzel Stransky honor. Yeah, just a little bit of a too much of a shove into Wenzel. Yeah, this is going to be a dangerous look on the free kick as you see this kind of formation all stacked on the far right side.
Jordan Oberhaus, free kick into the box. Headed down, offside flag will go up as it's finished into the back of the net. The initial header was fine, but then it might have been Chestnut there on that second attempt that was offside. So they'll stop the clock, and looks like I might have a little bit of a problem here with Searles. So I guess while we have a moment, we can look at some other games around the MAC, and we mentioned Bowling Green, some of their upcoming schedules. Yeah. UMass to finish out the year, and then the tournament does start.
Yeah, that game against UMass and Amherst, it's a really quick turnaround for them going that 10-hour, would be a 10-hour bus ride to UMass on the 29th, and they have to come back potentially for the MAC tournament, which they would play on Saturday. So.
Yeah. Long road trip,
Yeah.
especially for driving. We'll take a look at Akron's here in a moment as the Zips are here on a counter. Wenzel. 1-on-1 here with Searles. That's Heckett, and it goes out of play. So meanwhile, on the other side there for the Zips schedule-wise, they just have one more after Bowling Green, and then they start MAC tournament play. But a team that is not going to be in the big dance probably, but you look at who they have, they just host Toledo, and then season probably comes to a close.
Yeah, that matchup against Toledo on Wednesday, and then they'll end it off, but looking to end off the season on a good note.
And it's a big one nonetheless for Maggie Kuhn. I mean, she's coaching for a head coaching job. She's interim. They want to take the interim tag off of her and make her lead the way here for the Zips for the future. There's a cross inside the box. That's a dangerous one inside the 6, and Emma King was late to that one. Yeah, so Tharshan there had a beautiful ball that flits out for a corner kick.
Akron counterattack really causing problems for BG. I mentioned that cross from Sutharshan. Yeah, just pretty well placed. And Party was positioned well enough to keep it away from King, but still dangerous nonetheless.
A corner kick coming up for the Zips here. This will be taken from Ragoli. A foot in swinger, drove it in, looking for Chestnut again. It's headed up, and a foul's going to be called in favor of Bowling Green.
This half has gone by fast, down under 12 minutes left in this one. I don't think this is how we expected the first half to go.
No, and that's why you love sports. Is also why you love the MAC. I mean, MAC, any game's hard.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. I mean, we've seen upsets happen before. If you're staying within the realm of Bowling Green, BGSU football getting upset from Kent State yesterday. But Zips have looked sharp here from the moment they've kicked off as Taylor Green intercepts this one. Looking to spray, counterattack long, gets it out to O'Neal. O'Neal's touch goes out wide right. Good sliding challenge there from Oberhaus.
See the urgency with BG. When you get the offensive attack going, they're going to leave it to Searles for this throw-in, but trying to capitalize on any offensive chance they can get.
Here's Transy in a cage match with about 2 Zips. So put this cross in the box looking for Poole. It's headed away from Chestnut. Oliver trying to pick up the rebound. Butera gets it out to Wolf. Wolf back at the Poole. Poole Butera under some pressure. Party, Hochstadt. Wolf. Poole, this is great. One-touch passing from Bowling Green, just a little bit strong there from Wolf.
Again, that's good defense from Akron. A lot of pressing on those one-on-one situations. Sub coming in for Akron.
There's sub coming up here for the Zips. That checking in will be number 19 for Akron, Taylor Allen, sophomore forward from Blacksburg, Virginia, coming in for Wenzel.
Yeah, consistent bench presence for her. 16 games off the bench on 394 minutes this year. Still looking for her first point.
Here's Emma Stransky, cutting inside her left foot, put a shove in. That's her, if I count, third foul of the contest. No card shown yet. Showing a little bit of frustration there. Got 3 more subs, if I can count, coming in for Bowling Green. Take another look at this foul here, though, on Stransky.
Yeah, just maybe a little bit of arm extension there in that one, but I mean, foul's definitely been a problem for Stransky this season up there in the MAC with one of the highest totals. 3 already today.
Fragnoli, wide left, Oberhaus. Trying to switch it to Kane. Cut off there from Green. Butera under some pressure. Green's under some pressure. That pass was initially blocked from Scheiman. Bowling Green survives, gets it out wide right here to Searles. Searles Hochstadt poked away. Another perfectly timed challenge there from Satharshan. Be a zip throw in. Mounted down there from Lamparty. Green will just clear it away to the direction of O'Neill.
Nice takeaway from O'Neill there, cutting off the pass. Go out of play.
So here come the suds in for Bowling Green. Evie Underhill will come in for Searles. Emily Holler, senior, coming in for Emma Stransky. And Mia Gatz, freshman, coming in for Helly Wolf. So a couple fullback changes for Bowling Green. And the 2 seniors up top for Bowling Green to finish out this first half. Here's Holler fresh into the game with some chasing to do on Bauer. Just clear that one away.
Yeah, Holler scoreless this season. What a story that would be for her to get that first goal of the year on senior day.
Green so confident on the ball, getting out of that pressure. She's on the same page there with Underhill.
Yeah, Green doing what she can to try to move that one forward.
One back here from Hochstadt and Bowling Green. Cross into the box. Here's Oliver. So many blue shirts around her trying to get a shot off. Out to Hochstadt. Touches it, O'Neill. That one takes a deflection. It should be a corner kick coming up for Bowling Green. Indeed it is. So a set piece opportunity for the Falcons to equalize here as we're under 6 minutes in the first half.
And we're seeing how tough it is for them around the box just because of the way the Akron's kind of going at it right now. Trying to limit whatever they can. This is going to be a chance for the Falcons. See if they end up taking it short or Butera's just going to take it.
Be a left-footed take here from Emmy Butera. So good one inside the box, and little help from the wind there,
Yeah.
just curls just out.
Yeah, the wind took that one pretty far. They were looking for that close angle with O'Neal. Might have worked if there was 0 mile-per-hour winds today.
Bauer made so sure that didn't get in the near post, she threw herself into the goal. Been a relatively quiet half for her. You go back to after Akron scored, Stransky immediately had a left-footed shot that went right into her hands. Had some things to do there, but other than that, it hasn't been a whole lot for her. But this is also an Akron team that has just split goalies, half one, half two. So will we see Vaco's second half, or will they keep with Bauer? That'll be interesting when we start half number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments that both teams make going into that half. It's out of play for a BG throw-in. What Coach Fox has done so well throughout the year is being able to adjust the first half to the second. We saw that in the matchup against Miami, where they just completely changed the formation, went from 4 to a 3-player back line. Let's see something similar again today. It does remain 1-0 going in the second half. I mean, credit to Akron. They've played very well. They've looked like, a team that has more than one conference win for sure this first half of this match.
There are 6 blue shirts ready to pressure Bowling Green. Butera looking to skip them all. It might work out the Holler. Fagnoli there gets a touch. Holler wins it back. And Bowling Green can break. Holler looking long for O'Neal. Nice pass. O'Neal, first touch, brings it down, trying to give it back to the run there of Mia Gatz there. I think that was the unselfish option, but maybe taking a strike on goal there might have been better.
That was a smart play by Bauer to come out and get that one. If maybe the window opened up maybe a second or two sooner, they would have had a chance there. It was cut off by the junior goalkeeper.
There's Underhill. O'Neal keeps this one in play. O'Neal using her speed driving to the byline and just out of play.
Good defense by Oberhaus to now let O'Neal cross down into the box. Tight one-on-one there.
Just about 2:30 left to play here at Cochrane Stadium, the last home game of the season for Bowling Green. Trying to book their ticket to the MAC tournament. Down 1-0 here to Akron. Hochstadt will attempt a long-range shot that Bauer will just scoop up. It's very interesting when you talk about that last game against UMass. It's a team that you haven't played. Yeah, they're brand new to the conference. And other than that, it's a road trip as well.
Yeah. Yeah, UMass predicted 4th in the preseason poll. They end up doing this year. So they've right now 8th, still mathematically in, or have a shot to get into the MAC tournament if they win out and Eastern and BG lose out. But another one of those quality teams that it makes this conference. It seems like the conference is almost 8, 9 teams deep in terms of true quality this year. Always like to see that.
Take 2. Might have been some encroaching there from Holler trying to pressure, but they'll just send everybody up. Bauer, that one's going to go out of play. Throw in here from Underhill. Bowling Green trying to get a second goal here to end half 1.
1 minute remaining.
Oliver Butera to Hochstadt. Nice one-touch pass from Bowling Green. Gas is open here, top of the box. Puts a cross into play. It's going to fall to the back stick with Holler. That one can't go on frame and just goes on the roof of the net.
Solid cross from Gatz, trying to get that one in the box. Just found Holler a little bit too far for there. And again, good marking by Akron. Forced her to try to put that one up again.
So it looks like the Zips will go into the halftime locker room up 1-0 off a Raleigh Chestnut go off a set piece. So this one goes out of play again. It's almost like Groundhog's Day again, doing the same exact play again. And then down to 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Underhill's cross is blocked, and that's how this half will come to a close. Akron, a 1-0 lead going into halftime. We're going to take a quick break. We have some scores to update you, recap the first half, and also preview what's to come here in the second. The Zips up 1-0 over the Falcons. Don't go, we're listening to BGSU Women's Soccer right here on WBGU at PBS.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hardworking public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
If you missed this week's episode of Scenic Stops Stories, You can stream the full episode for free anytime at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
This is Steve Kendall, host of The Journal on WBGU PBS. Join me every Thursday night at 8. We'll be joined by experts and newsmakers as we discuss issues that are important to you and your community. That's The Journal, Thursday night at 8 on WBGU PBS.
At Bowling Green State University, we are a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead in our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We are proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
Back here at Cochrane Stadium, halftime score, Akron 1, Bowling Green 0. A goal from Riley Chestnut. For corner kick early in the first half is the difference. Lucas Clamar, Henry Costco alongside with you. Let's take you through some of the highlights that happened in the first half, and it's highlighted from that goal from Chestnut.
Yeah, Chestnut got that one in on a set piece, but Bowling Green had their fair share of offense as well, forced Sarah Bauer into action, and Bowling Green just generally pretty solid pressure, but here was one of those chances from Akron. He saw Searles and that nice takeaway there. Defense, he was playing pretty well in that first half, and Stransky with one of those fouls as well.
Yeah, and I think you saw there a little bit from Akron that they're trying to bait Bowling Green into those fouls, and this one didn't come from a free kick, but it did come off a corner kick, and it's a textbook header.
Yeah, I mean, textbook ball in. As well, I like that formation that they ran, just packing right in front of the box. And Chestnut, first goal on the season, as that one found her perfectly right outside of her lane. So Akron up 1-0 off of that goal, and Bowling Green was fighting to equalize ever since then. In those last 30 minutes or so of the second half, beat Tara. A nice boot there, that one.
What a goal that would have been. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, no stranger to those long goals as the junior defender. But Bowling Green just a lot of shots, 6 in that first half compared to Akron's 3. Just nothing that quite was able to cross the mark.
And I think Akron's done a good job there kind of meeting the physicality of Bowling Green in the midfield. You see a couple of really nice time tackles, nice balls, a couple of fouls too. But I think really in the midfield is where Akron has really gotten this game turned around. You saw it there. It was a giveaway and then just a perfectly timed challenge there on Hochstadt.
Yeah, Sutharshan has been really solid for the Zips throughout that first half, and I mean, there's that physicality from Stransky again. But, yeah, the key has been them just cutting off those chain passes that Bowling Green likes to get going, and they haven't really been able to build out of the back as well as they wanted to. So credit to the Zips.
Indeed, and you actually had a moment there to talk with Fox about a returning of one special player.
Yeah, Taylor Green, junior captain, missed 5 games due to injury, and she just came back recently against Ball State, and key player for them, as you mentioned. So I talked to him a little bit about what she means to the team. Right, Coach. Senior day for 2 players today, Emily Holler and Ellie Poole. Just kind of talk about their impact and what it means to have them honored today.
Yeah, 2 players we're definitely going to miss, both as part of our leadership group, so have been incredibly helpful for me and my time here at BG and kind of understanding the landscape, the team, and obviously on the field, tough missing Ellie all of last season. I think she's a very impactful player, brings a lot on the field, a lot of quality from a soccer standpoint, a lot of tenacity and work rate, kind of leads by example in that regard. Emily Holler, one of the sweetest human beings you're ever going to meet in your life. She's well loved, well respected by all of her teammates, gives everything for the team, and is just an ever reliable player, and has been really, really impactful for us this season. And yeah, we're going to be sad to see them both go.
Yeah, and this defense, they've seen a lot of success, second in the conference in goals allowed. Just how has that kind of came about, and how has this defense been so successful?
Yeah, I think it's like one of those things as a coach, like sometimes it's like it does appear that way, but I think, for us, like possession is part of our defensive structure, right? When you're able to possess the ball for 65-70% of the game, and you talk about transitional moments as well, that means you're only defending for 10-15% of the time. And so although we've been very, very good from a defensive standpoint and putting blocks in and things like that, I think we limit our opponent's chances by our ability to keep the ball, our ability to counter press when we lose it, to win it back quickly, which I think neutralizes a lot of chances. And so yeah, just incredibly proud of what we've been able to achieve this year. I think we've been better than the previous season, and looking forward to continue.
Well, thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hardworking public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
If you missed this week's episode of Scenic Stops and Stories, you can stream the full episode for free anytime at wbgu.org/Scenic Stops.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
Ready to begin half number 2 here at Cochrane Stadium. 1-0 Akron is your score off our right chest and the goal. Lucas Clamar, Henry Costco alongside with you. We do have some updates. Henry, if you want to take us through some of the scores from around the MAC. And the big one is that Eastern Michigan NIU game.
Eastern 2 points behind Bowling Green right now for that last MAC tournament spot, but EMU down 2-1 to Northern Illinois right now. Olivia Sipsock scored for EMU, but Lauren Rugala was the scorer for NIU that just put them ahead. That game is at the same time as us right now at halftime. Other scores around the MAC, UMass is that team that was mathematically in before today, but they just lost 4-1 to OU, so their MAC tournament hopes likely vanquished in their first year in the conference. And then Western Michigan up 2-0 to Central as well, and Buffalo up 1-0 in Toledo.
So if the scoreline's finished the way they are now, it's not bad news really for Bowling Green. You still sit pretty good, but you put yourself in the position where you still need to at least get something against UMass, maybe even a draw, and hopefully Eastern doesn't pick up a win in the last couple of games, a win against Central, but the way Central Michigan's season has gone, it looks unlikely to do so.
Yeah, Bowling Green definitely the tougher matchup on Wednesday, but the scenario there would kind of be if Eastern's 2 behind going into that, Bowling Green would tie with Eastern if they draw and Eastern wins. But of course, if Bowling Green wins, they would be in regardless. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for sure. But first, we have 45 minutes left here to play at Cochrane Stadium for this senior day matchup.
Indeed, we do. And it'd be interesting to see the kind of response Bowling Green has to come out with half number 2.
Yeah, well, what they've done very well is being able to make adjustments going from the first to the second half. We'll see if hopefully they make a few changes in the formation, if they just end up sticking with what they had in the first. And
looks like Ellie Poole will get a start for the second half for BG, and everything else is near the same. You have Searles maybe a little bit of formation change as well. So second half underway here at Cochrane Stadium. Akron started the ball, but giving right back to Bowling Green. But looks like a little shuffle of the deck a little bit on the back. Looks like Lamparty might be a left back. Wolf to the right back, and Searles next to Green, but we'll see. Interesting little wrinkle there from Fox. Here come the Zips on a counter to start the second half. That cross is blocked off the foot of Searles. Early corner kick coming up here for Akron.
That was a quick attack for them. King found that one right towards the end of the box there for the Zips. So another dangerous corner chance for them. That's how they scored their first goal in the first. And they're going to pack the box again. It's going to be Sutharshan to take it.
Sutharshan, who's had just a tremendous game since coming off the bench for the Zips in the first half, will be on this set piece. A chance to give Akron his second goal. This one inside the box, floated in. Nice header there from Lamparty. Outstretched a couple of Zips there to win that one. And handball's going to be called there on Fragnoli, and it'll be BG ball.
Called on the freshman, Howard Medina. See what Bowling Green looks to go for here. You mentioned a little bit of a formation change. I think might just be pressing a little bit more forward. You see Haley Wolf is very far forward on that right side. So maybe a back 3 just moving Wolf forward a little bit instead of having her at the right back.
Very well could be. We saw that actually a couple times. I mean, they started out with that when they were out with Green. And even when Green came back, just to switch up the formation a little bit.
I just try to confuse the Akron team a little bit. Gain the advantage in terms of they might not know what they're really doing. That did work against Miami when they did that. They did score the equalizer, and they almost had that game-winning goal a couple different times.
No, I don't. I was going to say, did you tell me? You know, I'm just being a dinosaur.
There's Searles giving away.
Hey, I got a title.
But here come the Zips. Cross along the ground. Nicely closed off there from Searles. Played challenge, no whistle called. So Green in a shoulder-to-shoulder battle there. Does well to win back the ball and earns the foul. So it's been a fast start offensively here from Akron to start the second half. Bowling Green been on the back foot.
And they're continuing that counterattack type offense that has worked well for them so far. They're not letting anything go on the press. pressing that Bowling Green back line still. See Sutharshra in there on that. Searles moving it forward.
This ball looking for King. Green with a good header. Another win there from Taylor Green. It's hard to find her putting a foot wrong anytime in her time in an orange and brown uniform. Searles, one time lost it away. Nice pass inside. Lamparty just dumped Rachel Wenzel off the ball at the last second. Living on the edge a little bit with these challenges a little bit. Just shoulder to shoulder trying to be physical, but Akron has not lit up for 1 second here to start the second half.
Yeah, that physicality has definitely continued. Just, again, Bowling Green just not really able to chain anything together. Just limiting their ability to build it out of the back.
Green and Wolf out of bounds. I mean, if you're Akron, you don't have anything to lose when you're playing. You're already out of the MAC tournament contention, and you don't have a full-time head coach yet. And players themselves are trying to play themselves for a spot for the team next year, or show that they can be useful moving forward.
Yeah.
And I guess for the underclassmen too, just finish off your career strong as that one goes out of play.
This is a team that hasn't really had any results against Bowling Green in the past few years. Going back to 2018, 2017. This would be a huge result for the program in general. Just looking towards, should be a brighter future for Akron.
25th all-time meeting between these two heading in this one. Falcons lead 17-6-1.
Yeah.
And it's been outright dominance for Bowling Green over the Zips. And if you go back even the wins they had past previous years, they weren't by multiple goals. It was more just by controlling the game, and you get 1 or 2 goals and kind of seals the deal. And that's what kind of Akron's done to them so far.
That's how it was last year when BG went to Akron, is they really controlled that match and got a couple of goals off of a couple of rebounds. That's all BG needed, but it's been a totally different story here so far in this one.
That one's just woefully mishit.
This is going to be an opportunity here off a throw-in. That's one of those mistakes that Akron hasn't made many of as far in this one.
O'Neill just loses her footing there into the corner. Akron dumps it out. Green heads it back into play. Wenzel over the top, looking for Heskett. O'Malley off her line the last second. And avoided disaster there for Bowling Green.
Yeah, a bit of a hesitation from O'Malley. It just kind of ended up going for it at the last second. That was a bullet that she sent right into the chain link fence in front of the stands.
Oliver to Searles. Here's Sam. Oliver. Heskett will be called for the foul.
Akron not afraid to foul, especially before BG gets to the midfield line. I mean, you see the gap that they're leaving between the back line and the forwards. They're just not really letting BG get any sort of consistent offense around the midfield. Just that one-on-one defense has been lights out.
Searles. Gonna get that one up, gets it right back. Here's Transky. Oh, nice pass. Gonna get Wolf here on this run on the right side. Still with it, Haley Wolf defended there in the corner by Oberhaus, and she'll get a throw in. A lot of bodies crowded there in that corner. Stransky couldn't get with it. Now King will hold it up here for Akron. Taylor Green trying to cut it down. Now King, an open man. If she can switch it, she can. And it's a wide open Rokowski, and couldn't get that through their own goal. There's Poole looking long for Stransky. Intercepted. Here's Stransky again. Heavily guarded here with Beaker. And that back line of Beaker, Godard, Fragnoli has stood strong all day long. Stransky, though, trying to win that one.
Yeah.
Can't keep it in play.
Yeah, I mean, you see the press that Akron is taking. You see it because Bowling Green isn't really able to take more than one touch. A lot of their chances are relied on quick one-touch passes, and it's tough to connect consistently when you're forced into that sort of mode.
Party just punting this one up, looking for O'Neal. Bauer just stays on her line there. Oliver across the pool. Headed away. It's still in play. Chesna will punt it away. It's out to Lamparty. Signals for a cross. It's a nice one inside the box. That clear completely. Sam goes to ground. Nothing called.
This is the type of offense that they like. They like these crosses getting into the box from these defenders like Butera and Lamparty.
Lamparty looking for Stransky. Gets two on the left side. Still with it, Stransky. Inside the box. Cut out there from Chesna.
I think she needed to pass it there instead of taking the extra touch to try to get around the extra defender. But good moves to get some open space in the first place.
27 for 23.
Thank you.
Here's King. Gets it back to Wenzel. Wenzel looking to give it back to Emma King. King gets past Lamparty. King wide open. Heskett, top of the box. Heskett's shot is blocked from Searles. And they cleared away a nice last piece of defending there from Bowling Green.
That was a dangerous opportunity for Akron. Heskett all alone there on that far side of the box. The clear out just enough. Sub's going to come in for the Zips. Kylie Sheeman is in for Heskett. Sheeman came off the bench earlier in this game. A senior out of Geneva, Ohio.
That's a danger now for Bowling Green. Since you play everybody so high up with the high line and just the way they want to play, you leave yourself exposed for counterattacks on the back.
Yeah, we saw that just no defenders were really there outside of the back line. Be able to handle that. Again, that's that counterattack that Akron has clearly game plans and put into action very well.
Wolf looking for an option on this throw-in. Here's Stransky. Runs into a zip in the midfield. Sam, nice sliding challenge, win back the ball.
That's what they need more of, for sure, in that midfield is more physicality on those challenges. Putting it back to Akron.
Here's King. Tumble of bodies with there. Oliver and King behind the play. Here come the Zips. Wenzel. Still Wenzel. Butera got a foot in the last minute and then just clears it away. Fragoli flicking it on. Stransky heads it down. Stransky one-on-one. Tumble of bodies. Whistle blows. It should be a card. What color will it be? It will just be a yellow. Don't know if the last man. Could have been a red card. The yellow card's going to go to Kaylin Beaker.
Yeah, that looked like a clear path sort of situation. Stransky was going to get around Beaker.
And
free kick.
And we'll see if we have another look at that. But it looked like, for me, the first, she might have been the last defender. If that's the case, that's an automatic red card.
Here's a look at it. Yeah, I mean, it looked like Stransky was about to get around her, and yeah.
So we'll just be a yellow for Beaker and the Zips, so they will still have 11 on the field, but this is well in striking range for Butera. So you have Searles over it, but I would have to imagine this would be Amy Butera. Here's Butera, skies it.
Oh, she had the open path to take a shot on goal. Bit of a misfoot there.
So we'll take another look at that foul, and want to get your thoughts here, Henry.
Yeah, so that one, yeah, I don't know. There's the argument where that's kind of just a collision type situation where she didn't mean to kind of take down Stransky, which that, when you get that angle, that does kind of look like how it was. But no harm done for Akron in the end.
So free kick can't get on target there for Butera. And it will be Akron ball. So I'm looking for King. Butera puts it up, Stransky. So I'm back from the Zips. This one's gonna fall. Emma King tracking on it. Tumble up bodies. Nothing called. Says just a collision. And Akron bench and fans not happy.
I didn't get a great look at that. It's just a big collision there outside the box.
And that time Akron will get a foul. That time that's going to be on Kylie Sheeman. And we'll see if we do have a look at that one. That looked a near similar play, but just closer inside the box. But regardless, they'll get a free kick.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, didn't look like there was a lot there. Maybe just a bit of a collision. Here was a clear foul on Falcons that led to this free kick. It's going to be just outside this corner of the box.
Definitely been a physical game.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, especially here in the second half. This will be taken here from Satharshan for the Zips. Delivers this one. Back post. And nearly found a Zip there. But cleared away from Bowling Green as Trancey comes crashing in. Nothing called. Wolf puts it up. Here's Poole. Poole trying to get it back to Stransky. Sam cut off there. The last second from Wenzel.
You can feel the intensity picking up right now. Bowling Green getting desperate, more desperate.
King got Green to turn, and the left-footed shot curls over the bar.
Emma King has a leg, put it into action there just a little bit too far over the bar, but I mean, two kind of flip side calls there. One went the way of Bowling Green there on the far side, and then Akron fans wanted the foul here on this side for them.
King, 13 goals, 6 assists in her 4 seasons with the Zips, 57 appearances now, all-MAC freshman team all the way back in her 2022 season.
Yeah, been a staple of this Akron squad the past few years.
Local as well, Manchester High School from Akron.
Yep.
Stuck with the program throughout all the downs they've had the past couple of years, but she has shined through all those moments.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a foul on Stransky, Rogoski, and it'll be a free kick for Bowling Green.
They're going to take a minute to take form here. This is a bit of an odd spot for a free kick. They'll probably end up sending it in here, maybe going short to Searles.
Butera puts this one in the back post looking for Lamparty. Outstretched Bauer, hard collision in top of the box. Here's Poole between 3 Zips. And one goes out of play. And I think almost every time you see a collision that happen in men's or women's soccer, you see a foul called, usually against the attacking team. But luckily everyone's okay there from that looked like to be a rough collision.
Yeah, in that sort of situation, it's tough to call a foul just because they're all going for the ball. And, I mean, yeah, that's a tough collision. Lamparty just putting it all on the line to try to get ahead on that. Yeah, you see it coming in, and, I mean, full layout on that side.
This one cleared up right to the path of Hall. Be a handball called on Oliver. Or a drop bus, at least. Might hit the official. Been quite the second half in terms of just controversy and fouls are called, fouls not called, physicality.
I mean, as Akron is kind of ticking down the clock here, Bowling Green is really going to start pushing harder and harder to get that going. You're already seeing that right now. Here's a lot of space for Oliver.
Oliver, late challenge again. It's Quinn O'Neill. Searles gonna get around Oberhaus. O'Neill trying to win back the ball and skirmish again in the corner, but they'll get out and they'll blow a whistle and a foul back on O'Neill. The only goal from this contest has came from a set piece because, man, the run of play has been not rough from a playing standpoint. Both teams have had good looks, but just the physicality.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough for Bowling Green especially to really get any space away from any Akron defenders.
Sam might have just got touched, but it gives it back to O'Neill in the same spot again. Here's Quinn O'Neill, cuts it on her left foot, across, good. Closed down there from the Zips. That was Oberhaus again. This one takes a weird deflection up. Was looking for Sam. Here's Poole. Lamparty. Butera. Oliver. Searles. Cut off there. Butera trying to put it back in the direction of O'Neill. Can't do so. Off the knee of Searles. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill looking for Stransky in the box. Stransky might put up across, takes a deflection. Corner kick one here for Bowling Green.
They've really had some consistent pressure here past few minutes. Going to pay off in the form of a set piece right here. But finally finding some space.
So we have about 5 Bowling Green subs ready to come in here in a moment's notice. Right after this corner kick. It'll be Emmy Butera. Can Bowling Green find the game-tying goal here? We'll see. Butera floated in, looking for Lamparty. Got the header on the post.
Wow.
And a goal-saving clearance there from Rogowski on the line. Right place, right time. Otherwise, that would have snuck in the corner of the net.
Yeah, that's a good placement. Just standing right at the corner. That one saved a little bit. They're going to run it back.
Take two here. Butera floats us in, looking for Lamparty again. Just a bit wide. Searles trying to dump this one. Here's Wolf. Taylor Green gets it back to Searles.
Dave, did you get any of those subs? Akron 23 for 27.
This one cut off. Olivia Heskett will get ready to come in here from for Akron, and here comes half a line change for Bowling Green. Lizzie Boltnick, Lexi White, Evie Underhill, Laura Mahoney, Mia Gatz, all coming in. that 5? I think I named 5. Did I go 5 for 5 there?
Yeah, I think you went 5.
Well, there we go.
Good job.
How about that? So a couple of changes. We saw Lexi White got a big goal against Western Michigan earlier to start MAC play. Boltnick, one of the explosive players off the bench for Bowling Green. Gas returning. Laura Mahoney getting her first minutes, and Hunter returning as well.
I like this from Fox, providing a lot of energy off the bench. Boltnick been pretty successful on offense this year. White as well.
Here is White. Trying to find some answers for some players on the bench. White cuts it inside, cross to the back stick, looking for Poole. Cleared out. White crouching for the rebound, and she might have been the last one to touch it. Indeed she is. Goal kick coming up.
That was a good look from White to try to find the player in the box. Akron defense just holding on right now.
Gatz hits that off of Rogowski.
Fun thing to look forward to is we'll have all those subs again probably in a few minutes.
Mia Gatz. Was looking for Poole, being our throwing. This one headed down, Oliver. Looking for one. They'll do it again here with the freshman Gatz. Her and O'Neill getting a lot of minutes as true freshmen.
Yeah.
O'Neill to the sideline, puts it across, the direction of Mahoney. And they clear up again here from Akron. Ball put back into play. Boltnick trying to win it. Oliver. And pass was cut out. Now some pressure being provided here from Heskett.
Akron kept the ball in the air for that kind of whole minute of possession there. Forced it back towards Bowling Green, but BG has really kind of cut off that Akron offense that we saw. It's been mostly BG right now.
Here's White. Puts it across, takes a deflection. Corner can come for Bowling Green. They've had a lot of momentum going their side. Past couple minutes, seeing if they can find an equalizing goal.
Another set piece. They're kind of gradually getting there. I mean, they led the shot total in the first half. Definitely leading it right now in the second. They've gotten that consistent possession that they always look for.
Butera left swinging ball, looking for Lampard. He's going to fall to Ellie Poole. Puts it back in play. 3 Falcons collide. And they couldn't put it on frame. Another substitute coming in here for the Zips. Alec McMillan coming back into play for Winslow.
The McMillan sophomore out of Shreve, Ohio. 2 assists on the year. In her 16th game played today.
Throw in here from Akron, under 20 minutes to play here. Still 1-0 off a 9th minute goal from Riley Chestnut. They'll work his way all the way back to O'Malley. Works it out wide. Gatz closed down nicely there. Once again from Satharson. Gatz throws it in Mahoney. Looking up for Boltnick. Poole. Poole, long switch, looking for White. She'll get on this one. Lexi White, her shot is blocked. The follow-up is blocked. Bowers off her line, and Akron deals it away.
Wow. Another great chance. That ball was perfect for Lexi White on that far side. Good defense by Bauer to come up and get that one as well.
It was a perfect ball for White. She's on it here once again. Low cross looking for Boltnick. Akron got the first to that ball. They avoid any danger once again. Sliding challenge there from Green to keep it out of play to stop an Akron counter.
And that one was clean. Like the foul. Great tackle by Taylor Green. And I mean, it seems like it's just been, when it's had the possession here past 20 minutes, it just seems like the quality of chances, they've had a couple, but it seems like consistently they're not quite able to get there. But they continue to pressure. It seems like eventually.
And, that's a miss hit pass there from Gatz. O'Malley comes all the way off her line to get it. Why couldn't get there? Fragnoli. I think she might have thought about just chipping it from there if she had the leg. O'Malley out to Gatz again.
Akron 10 for 23.
Fragnoli. Underhill. Almost perfectly won that ball at the last second there and is dragged down. And a yellow card will be issued here to Livia Pilato.
Second Akron yellow card on the day. Pilato's the true freshman out of Rochester, New York. Been a great bench piece for them. That's a quick scoring update from the Eastern Michigan game. Not what Bowling Green wants to see right now. Eastern up 3-2 after they just scored back-to-back goals in 2 minutes off a PK from Sipsock, and then Maya Merrily puts Eastern up by 1.
And that is not good news if you're Chris Fox and Bowling Green, if the score line holds, but there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, if the score stands, Eastern would take over the 6th spot by 1 point.
Bauer punching this one out. So their men just clearing this one up. Gatz back in play. And you have to wonder, they're definitely not aware of the scores of any games yet. Just trying to take care of this one. Even a draw would help at this point. And they've done a lot of those this year with Bowling Green. Akron trying to hit on a counter. Heskett chasing on Taylor Green. O'Malley will pump this one up. Bolnick came back from an offside position. So you got just about over 15 minutes left. You're down 1-0. You've pretty much dominated possession besides the early part of the second half. What do you do here for Bowling Green?
And you just got to try to find a way to increase the quality of chances. They've had the set pieces. They've had free kicks, corners. They've had crosses that have come in. Akron just packing the box, not letting anything get free. Just got to try to free that up somehow. Maybe increase the numbers going forward.
Also looking for Poole. Poole fouls. Poole kicked the ball away. Frustration, and yellow card will be out.
Yeah, just pulling back on the Akron defender there. And I think they're just frustrated with the lack of numbers there. Poole wasn't needed to win that ball, and it's just been consistent there where they just haven't been able to win those one-on-one chances. It's the first yellow on BG of the day. And Bowling Green, 10 shots to Akron's 5 right now. 4 shots on goal to Akron's 1. Shots are not goals. Score 1-0 right now.
Well, it also goes back to that conversation in the Ball State game where you think of a lot of chances, but how many of them were quality chances?
Right.
You got stuff to fight them on target. Emma King will come back into play. Emma Stransky will also come back in. But even today, I think just off pure memory, they've had better chances than they did against that Ball State game, but nothing that's been overly consistent.
Yeah, I think the consensus around playing Bowling Green at this point is that physicality might be the counter to this possession-based style, and I think we've seen that kind of as the year has progressed. Teams are getting very physical towards Bowling Green, especially on the defensive side. Akron's definitely picked up on that. It's up to Bowling Green to be able to adapt to circumstances.
So another change here for Akron. Caitlin Goodard will come in. Chestnut will get a breather. Gats will inbound, put this one in play for BG, Stransky. And they're going to need to get a game-tying goal or a moment out of nothing. It's probably going to come from Stransky. Last touch ball, King almost broke there on green. Gats. Here's Stransky. Headed down for Mahoney. Mahoney blocks that one, be an Akron throw.
I think we'll
stop for a sub again. For Zips. So Paletta will come out, and Kai Sheeman will return to the game.
I think we'll expect to see those. Saw the wave of 5 BG subs come in about 2 minutes ago. Might expect to see the starters come back in a few minutes here. So try to make this last final push. And it's crucial for their MAC tournament hopes.
Party under some pressure.
Just look at this pressure on the back line by Akron. It's relentless. I mentioned at the first half, are they going to be able to keep up this pressure the entire half without breaking? And definitely have done so.
Rodokowski chasing down the freshman Gats. Gats using some speed. It's out to Stransky. Goddard with some defending. They'll drop it all the way back to Gats. No pressure on the ball whatsoever. Lamparty low, hanging cross. Fragnoli deals it out. King and Green. One-on-one. Green will go all the way back to O'Malley. And King's been very lively here in the second half, more so than the first.
Yeah.
Party looking for Poole. Mahoney wasn't looking towards the ball. This one through, looking for King, and that's just offline.
I mean, Akron only with one player forward at this point. Don't think scoring is really on their main agenda right now. That's a takeaway for them.
Second would be nice, regardless if they can get it. Let's get looking for someone to show, and that's just carelessly given away. There in the midfield. Stransky. And that's might be good for Bowling Green. Kind of fell there awkwardly on the knee. Frangoli comes away with the ball. She's back up, throwing here for Bowling Green.
Good to see Stransky get back up. She's dealt with injury issues this year.
Foul will be called back on Poole. On Sotharshan. Yeah, another Akron substitution on Jack Wenzel coming in, and take a look at the follow through for Poole. Just a little bit late once again on the challenge.
Yeah, I think stepped on foot of Sotharshan.
I mean, it's go time if you're Bowling Green now in this rig. I mean, you got to have urgency, intensity. Even a draw would help. I mean, Eastern basically scores 2 goals out of nothing, and as it holds right now, would jump take Bowling Green for that last spot.
Yeah, at this point, it's just even trying to get one, let alone get all 3 points.
Here is Gats using her speed. It's clear only as far as Stransky. Out wide. White into the box. Cuts it on her left. Back to her right. Dumped it off. Underhill. Hooks in across. Looking for Stransky. Can't direct that one on goal. And Stransky will be called for the foul.
Akron continuing to stifle any sort of chance. Saw a couple passes that got connected for BG. See Sarah Bauer, goalkeeper for Akron, looking for her first shutout in a little bit.
Underhill. Good speed there to win back the ball. Now White. White dumping it off. Underhill cross. Taking a couple bounces. Mahoney.
Got it. Thank you.
And at this rate, too, if you're Akron under 10 minutes, I don't think you have any interest in scoring unless you hit them off a counterattack where you have numbers.
Yeah.
And it's open.
Yeah, they've had the number advantage most of the time. They don't really want to sacrifice that at this point in the match. A couple more subs coming in for BG.
So Gats will come out. They'll put O'Neill back in. They'll move White over to the left wing, and Searles will take this throw-in. Here's Oliver. Stransky able to turn. Now Poole's got some open space. Here is Ellie Poole. Has 5 blue shirts around her. Gets it out. Lexi White in the box. Cross along the ground. Cleared away. Only as far as Lamparty. Butera. Butera King got some pressure. Some nervy moments for both Akron and Bowling Green. This one headed up. Denzel Mahoney's going to track it down and earns a throw-in.
Yeah, this final push for these Falcons.
Akron once again deals with it. King's only pressuring Green. Green gets it off just the last moment. I think you're going to see a lot of that as we tick down these final minutes.
Yeah.
Here's Searles. Moving inside through, gets Quinn O'Neill on the through ball. Cross in the box, and that's on the outside netting from a diving Bauer.
It's just, these crosses just haven't really found anyone in the box. And you saw that 2 separate times. The cross that White had on the other side, just no one there to receive it. If this result holds, Akron, it will be their first result, or first shutout since September 25th, more than a month, against NIU. Second conference win on the season, and their first on the road. They're 0-5-3 on the road at this point.
It's a long ball. King chasing on Green, and some frustration there from King. It's been quite the battle all afternoon long.
Yeah.
Had a nice traveling supporters here from Akron that made the trip. Quinn O'Neill trying to keep it in play, and she did momentarily, and couldn't. It'll be throwing for the Zips, and another change coming in. Olivia Pilato come back in for Shields. Searles, a lot of bodies there on that far side, just trying to switch and get some open space. And Bowling Green's thing has been crosses, hasn't found anybody. They found success on both either flanks. It's just about finding a shot inside the 18, Tess Bauer.
Yeah.
Lamparty's going to take her space. Mahoney poked away. Lamparty gets it right back.
A lot of players in the box here.
Poole on the deck looking for Poole. There's 3 orange shirts right there. Poole gets it right back. Just clears with it. It'll be a throw-in for Bowling Green. So Tharshan just dumping away, and she's been lively ever since she's come on. She hasn't left. And there's 6 minutes left. Poole. Goddard. Should be a corner kick coming up for Bowling Green. Indeed it is, and this is a pretty good chance here to find your equalizer.
This is the opportunity. I like these corners. We've seen game winners off of corners. We saw one against NIU last week. Emmy Butera to take it.
Here is Emmy Butera. And swinger into the box. Looking for Lampardi. Couldn't get connection on it. It's cleared away, and a foul will go in favor of Bowling Green. Now be on Stransky once again.
Yeah, I mean, they've just had that too many times. Too many possession-ending fouls on the attacking side.
Taking another look at this one, and I mean, Lampardi is one of the best aerial defenders, but also just on set pieces in the entire conference. And if you're going to look for anybody on these set pieces down the line, that's who you're going to look for.
Multiple goals off set pieces this year.
Nice move for White. The Pool, Mahoney. Everybody behind the ball except King now for Akron. Butera lofts this in. O'Neal trying to direct that one on frame, can't do so. Then dumped away again from Goddard. Under 5 minutes to go here at Cochrane Stadium.
I mean, it's been the same thing over and over, right? They're maintaining the possession, but whenever they try to get into the box, it just doesn't find their way.
Poole dumps it in to the backside. It was first one there. Bauer, strong command off her line to get it. Did it go out of play for a corner? It didn't.
Akron's gonna try to hold possession as they can. They're just booted out towards the midfield line. They have less than 4 minutes now to hold on to their second conference victory of the season.
Here's Green. Poole, left foot across. Stransky slips. It bundles around. Falls to Oliver, puts something on goal. Stransky just got a header on the last second, but not enough. Goes right to the hands of Bauer.
That was the best quality chance they've had in a while. Stransky found some space with no defenders in front of her.
This one dealt up. Green under some pressure, just has to deal with it away. Time is winding down, and if you're Bowling Green, you might just have one last big chance, maybe a second. Eckert has this one up in the direction. Green has it in. That shot is blocked. Still alive there from Hall. That one deflects all the way onto O'Malley. He's looking to go quick.
Not a lot of time left, down under 2.5 minutes.
Mahoney, underhit pass. Taken away from Rogowski. Wenzel will go to the corner. Still Wenzel. Should cross this one in. It's off of Oliver and into the hands of, oh man, I don't know why she just didn't go to corner and take some time off.
Yeah.
Stransky heads it up. Back to direction of O'Neal. Stransky again. Could have some late fireworks here. Potentially McDermott saving result if Bowling Green can. A foul is going to be called on Lampardi, who's basically playing as a forward now down these last few minutes. Huge set piece here for Bowling Green with 1:30 left. They play it quick. Searles puts it in. Had it up, still alive. Frangoli just dumps it away, and this one's going to stay in play. Searles only Outfield player back, keeps it in to O'Malley. O'Malley, no orange shirts around that one. Miss hit clearance. O'Neal will pick it up. Tons of orange shirts into the box that she can find across.
1 minute remaining.
Butera, not on the same page with O'Neal.
That one hurts Bowling Green there. That was going to be an opportunity with all the players that they had in the box, and it's just the story it's been all game.
A player and a team that is so good at passing,
Yeah.
you would think at one of the worst moments that could happen. Here's O'Neal, sliding challenge, wins back the ball. Butera comes in. Stransky still with it. Emma Stransky, top of the box, gets it out. Lamparty scores! Game tying goal with 25 seconds left. Gabby Lamparty saves a point for Bowling Green. And might have just saved them a chance to get into the MAC tournament.
Unbelievable last-second goal. You can forget about the last 89 minutes. Bowling Green got the point. Finally, just found that one gap, found the one pass. That was all they needed.
I tell you what, out of all the plays for it to happen, I didn't think it would have been that one. But it's an incredible goal nonetheless there for Bowling Green.
Bowling Green goal scored by number 12, Gabby Lamparty. Assist on the play.
And another big goal from Gabby Lamparty with 25 seconds left. And counting, a free kick coming away here for Akron.
9, 8.
With 10 seconds left, cross into the box. It goes wide, so a draw again for Bowling Green off a last-second goal from Gabby Lamparty. What a game. What a physical back-and-forth game. But Gabby Lamparty there, probably the biggest goal of the season.
Yeah, I mean, goal number 3 on the year for her.
And to see the Eastern Michigan game.
Still 3-2, Eastern Michigan leading, so that would still give Bowling Green it would tie them right now, I believe, going into the final game day on Wednesday. Bowling Green going to UMass for that one on Wednesday afternoon. That's a noon start. Eastern will take on Central and Mount Pleasant, so we'll see how that one turns out. But Bowling Green gets the point here at the end. Last-second goal by Gabby Lamparty.
What a goal. What a way to end the home calendar for Bowling Green. It's all going to come down to the final game of the season on Wednesday on UMass. 1-1 is the final score here from our entire WBGU PBS crew, from my broadcast partner, Henry Costco. I'm Liz Clamar saying so long. Final score here, Bowling Green 1, Akron 1.